Hi guys, today I'm going to do a video about Heart of Dakota, and I just want to update you guys and tell you what we've been thinking about it. Now before I get into all the details, I will say that we do plan on using Heart of Dakota again next year with my children again, but we're going to do it a little bit differently, and I'll explain that a little further into detail a little bit later. So, Preparing Hearts. When we started it, I really liked Heart of Dakota so much that I kind of wanted to incorporate everything that I could out of this book along with what we were already doing. So that really got me nowhere fast. We were doing all of this, and then we weren't doing the science portion, but I was even doing part of the language arts portion, the dictation with it, because I thought, oh, that'd be great. It's a great idea, and it is. It's wonderful. But we are also using learning language arts through literature, and learning language arts through literature is everything in one. Spelling, language arts, grammar, everything in one curriculum. And so adding another form of spelling on top, more dictation, more writings, was really hard. It made it a lot more complicated than what it needed to be. Trying to cram it all in made days really rough. Our days were lasting from 8 a.m. until past 5 p.m. every day. This was no breaks besides lunchtime, and it was so frustrating. I can't even begin to tell you how frustrated I was. Now, I will show you the things that I absolutely loved with Heart of Dakota. These are the books. These are some of my favorites that we have loved this year. I am actually missing Tirza. It's in the other room. But that was another one that we loved. But all of these books that we've read so far have been amazing. This is one of the main reasons that I bought this curriculum, was because of all of the awesome book selections, because of the biblical background that tied history in with the Bible, and that's one thing that really drew me to Heart of Dakota. So, back to what I was saying with the frustration with this. Since I've cut out everything except for just the history portion, for example, we've been doing reading about history. We haven't even really been doing the history project, mainly because I have another art curriculum that we were already using. And so doing extra projects wasn't working out. And we really had to do what was best for us. We couldn't just keep pushing through, and I mean, it was making days pretty awful. It brought me to my breaking point. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It was one of those, oh my goodness, I want to send my kids to public school moments, because of everything I was trying to fit in. And also, I think another main reason is that I was trying to do 2 guides. And for us, teaching it all together would be so much easier. So much easier, because I found what happened was I was spending so much time with this. So much time with preparing Hearts for His Glory and everything that came along for my older students, that I was leaving this to the wayside for my younger son, which is not fair. Doing 2 guides just really did not work for our family. And so if you're looking into Heart of Dakota and you're thinking, oh, I might want to combine my kids, and they're close enough in age like mine are, and you're thinking, oh, I might want to combine my kids, but everyone's telling me to run 2 guides, don't be afraid to combine your kids. Heart of Dakota is made for flexibility. Preparing Hearts for His Glory is ages 8 to 10, and extensions for 11 through 12. So you have an age range of 8 to 12 years old that is a big age range. And if all of your children fall in that, use this book. If I believe even the one up from this one, Bigger Hearts, it falls in a big enough age range. It has extensions as well. And so, but that would be my advice. Don't stress yourself trying to run 2 or 3 books unless you absolutely have to. So now I want to show you some of the books that we absolutely loved and enjoyed. I kind of gave you a glimpse earlier. All right. The True Story of Noah's Ark. This book has been so awesome. I believe I bought this on Amazon used, and it didn't come with the audio disc. I don't think it did. Hold on. Yeah, it did. It came with the audio disc as well. It came with an audio book, so that's great. The illustrations in this book are amazing. I cannot even say enough about this book. We absolutely adored this book. Grandpa's Box. We are still reading this. We are almost to the very end, and this has been so awesome. So awesome. This book is it's the retelling of biblical story redemption, and it's about spiritual warfare. Fountain of Life. We're currently reading this one. This is one of my absolute favorite books that we have read in all our years of homeschooling. This is amazing. And then, of course, a classic, A Child's History of the World. I love this book. This book has been so awesome. This is a great resource. This can be used so much in your homeschool. Like, all the books that I've gotten, I'm like, I don't ever want to get rid of these books. Drawn Right Through History. This has been really great too. I know I keep saying everything's great, but really, Heart of Dakota does an awesome job of picking out literature to read. Now I want to talk about Beyond Little Hearts for His Glory. This is the one we had the biggest failure in, the biggest. The books that you read with it are great. Again, Heart of Dakota picks out some of the best literature for you to read, in my opinion, from what I've seen. But number one, I really think that this guide might have been a little too old for my son. He's 6. This does say 6 through 8, but so he's on the lower end of the spectrum. But from what I would say, if you have a 6-year-old, unless they are just extremely, extremely advanced, I would stick them in Little Hearts for His Glory. That's just my advice. Take it or leave it. But I've noticed with him, with the activities, there's more to do, and especially if I do want to stick more towards Charlotte Mason, she definitely didn't think formal lessons needed to start until after the age of 6. And when they did, they were very simple, very short lessons. And that's been really hard to do. This manual is not good for that. So I wish I would have saved this, which I might save it and might come back when he's more like 7, 8 years old and go back through this book. I might do that. But I'm not really sure, considering that I'm trying to combine them as best. So that's basically how our school year's going. Not necessarily everything worked out the way that we planned it. I can say that we do like Heart of Dakota, and most likely we will go back to it. At first I wasn't really sure if we were going to go back to it, and I was looking around for this and that. And then I just kind of looked back. I went back and I looked at it and I thought, this is really everything that we wanted. It is everything we've wanted in a curriculum. It's Bible based, and the kids are learning so much from it, history and Bible, and it's a beautiful curriculum. I really recommend it. So if you are on the fence about Heart of Dakota, I really do recommend it, and I think you would really enjoy it.